You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
The AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE SmackDown After Show.
And welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Friday Night SmackDown After Show.
Yeah.
Right before Sunday's Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Got some great announcements, a decent show.
A decent show?
Predictions.
All right.
Debatable.
We got predictions tonight?
We'd have predictions tonight.
Well, I've got some bad news.
Who wasn't on the show, sadly. Christian Rosenberg is not here. He is busy out on a shoot. Next week is his birthday. He is hoping to get lots of roses from his followers.
Show him how much
guys,
you love him.
all of us here are holding down the fort. I am Kaori Takee, and joining me across the way, usually sitting right next to me, Rome the Ruler.
In the house, as always, every week, SmackDown, this is our house. You know what we do.
Yes, so we are the bookends today. And next to you is your homeboy.
Yep, it's my homeboy. I brought him in, stand-up comic. Yeah, my homeboy, Nathanael Feliciano.
Glad to be here.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And next to me, a very, very special guest, Tom the Calm.
I am here. I escaped from the Wyatts, if you guys didn't know.
You got kidnapped by the
Yeah, I
Wyatts?
got kidnapped, yeah. And they left me in an abandoned car right outside. So it just worked out well. I just walked in. You guys said, want to watch SmackDown? I said, sure.
They didn't put you in, like, the gas pump onesie thing?
Maybe. I don't really remember. I have, like, you know.
Are you sure they didn't let you go because you couldn't just grow out the beard to
Yeah.
the
That may have been too. Yeah, it didn't
happen for you.
Yeah. I started to grow it when I got kidnapped, and they wanted, like, a full beard in 2 days. That does not
hell,
happen.
that won't do.
Yeah.
We can't fear the buzzards with
I
this
can grow
guy.
a beard, though. No, I'm just kidding. I cannot grow a beard, thankfully. All right, guys. So we did start the show with the Real Americans because I love Cesaro. Oh my gosh, I said it. I said the L word. Okay, but anyways, we did start SmackDown WWE show as well with the Real Americans coming in, and we have Daniel Bryan, and there's a recap of Corporate Kane versus Daniel Bryan on Raw.
Cocaine.
I like that. Very
I saw
nice.
it on Twitter.
Very nice. Very, very nice. So we had the recap of him messing up his shoulder and he got DQ'd. The Real Americans come out. Swagger versus Daniel Bryan is announced. Swagger threw him against the pole, belly to belly. Some fun moves. Daniel Bryan right to the skull with his knee, or knee as I'd like to call it.
The knee.
And Daniel for the win.
Yeah, that was that match. Well, both the matches. Yeah, they're really playing up that shoulder injury from Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think they're gonna carry that all the way through to the Elimination Chamber. We're gonna find out.
Well, let's recap the second portion of the match real quick, because out comes Vicky Guerrero with Kane, and she announces that right now Daniel Bryan will have another match right now with Cesaro, my real life ambassador.
And you cried.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't cry. I was excited. All right. So commercial break comes back. Break, and Cesaro is dominating.
You know, we're just gonna.
I know, I'm just.
We're just gonna listen to you.
All right. Sorry, guys. He's damaging his shoulder, and both matches are putting heat on Daniel Bryan's shoulder, as you guys just mentioned. He pulls a stomp, shoulder breaker. Zeb and Swagger eventually get kicked out. And there's this weird sequence where we see the backstage brawl with Swagger and Big E.
Yeah.
Which
But we don't hear
confuses us.
it. We didn't really hear what they were saying or anything that happened. They just started kind of fighting.
We don't know quite what's going on because there's also a match to pay attention to at the same time. And, you know, Cesaro does his swing. Then there's the knee again. And suddenly Kane comes in and choke slams. And it's over. All right, guys, let's talk about it.
So, I mean, I'll go first, I guess. I mean, I thought the first match was really fast. The knee to Swagger came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I thought it was the best knee to the face that he's done ever since he started doing it. Since he did it to Cena. It looked awesome.
I actually wrote TKTKOC, but that's what I call the original kick, the knee that knocked out Cena. So I like that.
I like that name. But yeah, I thought that was good. I thought it was a little quick because Swagger is the #1 contender for the Intercontinental belt, but I mean, it worked out to him going against Swagger then Cesaro. I thought the second match was awesome. I like the yes kicks into when he went to do the last one. Cesaro got him into the swing, so that was good. And Kane interfering makes sense, protects both guys.
And the way it started off, it just seemed like it was just going to be showing, oh, here's what we're going to do with Bryan. He could play through any injury. Let's see if he comes out at Elimination Chamber. And it's like what you said in the first match. It was like Jack Swagger kind of, they just played it out until he hit him with the knee, and then Vicky Guerrero does her thing. Like she does,
Her voice is so annoying.
Excuse me.
It's memorable to say the least, right?
Yeah. But I mean, it was that it came so out of nowhere. The knee, that just hit Swagger, especially after we've watched Swagger be built up so much over the past few weeks, and to just be taken out really quickly. You got that, and then when Cesaro and D-Bry get it on, I'm all
that was good.
I turned into almost her, not quite because she's really bad, but
hey, I'm very good.
I get excited for wrestling reasons. You get excited for many others.
It's the combination. It's the combination.
But
Perfect
I
package.
mean, they had a great second match. Just like you said, they're gonna keep playing up that Daniel Bryan shoulder to make him look like Superman this Sunday when he's probably one of the last 3 major participants.
It seems like they were building up Cesaro and Bryan. Like, okay, who do we want to carry this after Cena's done? And then Cesaro with the swing, they brought that back and made it popular again.
I like the way that the match ended, that there was no clean winner. I like that. And I like how Kane interfered.
Protected both guys. Just like Tom said, perfectly.
And it's like, are we going Kane, Daniel Bryan? I think it's going to be a match on Raw in a couple weeks, like leading up to Mania, whatever they figure out. Or maybe Kane interferes Sunday.
We may see a little bit more of cocaine.
You can save that for prediction.
I will. Okay.
Well, after the match, Kane says Cesaro has been disqualified, and the winner is Daniel Bryan.
I love the way he announced that.
Yes. Cesaro pulls the neutralizer anyway, and that's pretty funny.
I was just gonna say, I don't know what to think of him. Is he heel or is he face?
I think he's
he's still heel. He's still heel now.
He's still a heel, but they know. People want to like Cesaro. It's the messed up. Could you imagine what Jack Swagger feels like? You're a part of a tag team, and people want to cheer for your partner, but
he always had a Cesaro section.
He
as
did.
well.
And the swing is one of the most over moves. It's like the new worm.
But you know what? Again, you see that swing live, and it makes so much sense why he's doing it every single, because it's amazing.
Everybody's into it.
Have you guys ever seen the UFO that he does, that move?
You want to show us?
No, I mean, look it up online.
I was about to say
UFO. It's awesome.
Okay,
it's kind of like a variation of the swing, but
with
it's awesome.
a little something extra.
When he busts that out, people are gonna go nuts over that.
Okay.
Well, I can't wait then. Can't wait for anything that he busts out. All right, so Renee's got Christian backstage. Don't look at me like that. So Renee's got Christian backstage, and he's trying to sound like a jerk, but for me, it's not working very well. Anything to say on that?
He looks like he can play that character.
Oh, he definitely can. We've seen him in the past be like that.
Yeah.
So
I don't. He just reminds me of a villain on CW.
Well said.
I could do this.
He called him a CW villain.
He's just setting up his promo for the main event of the night.
Yeah.
He said he was desperate. So how desperate is Christian going to be to win the belt?
Yeah.
What's he going to do?
We'll get to it, but he was making a lot of the belt signals and stuff.
He's in the middle of his pretty much full heel turn. It's coming. So he's halfway there. Actually, I would say he's 75% of the way there. So we'll see. We'll see how it happens.
Yep. Okay. So next is a quick recap of Raw, Wyatts, and the Shield. Present day, in come the Wyatts. Bray talks about the Shield, and he says, "Follow the buzzards." Kudos if any of you guys can say it very well.
Really?
What?
Is that all he said? Follow the buzzards?
I said blah blah blah. Follow. I am not Christian Rosenberg. I do not
you don't
have it.
have to.
All right.
Oh.
You want to do it?
I mean, I have it. I just don't know if I want to read it.
You want it? Don't be shy.
I'm not that guy. Oh man, but basically, you know what? I'm gonna do it as Dusty.
Okay. Oh,
That's right, babies. Dusty Rhodes is back in the building. AfterBuzz TV. That's what we do. With them 4 horsemen. There isn't much left to say now, is there? The Shield are just 3 dominoes left in the line. And all that's left is for them to fall, babies. They want people to believe in them. But how can people believe in them when they're crawling on their hands and knees looking up at the eater of worlds? Follow the buzzards!
Oh, well done. Well
People!
Good.
Thank you very much.
Very nice, very nice. Couldn't have said it better myself. Neither could have you, Christian.
Oh, that's right, babies. You can't touch the American Dream Dusty Rhodes when he reads the Bray Wyatt promos on AfterBuzz SmackDown television.
Just kidding. But for Christian Rosenberg, okay.
You did that even better than him. He's gonna watch this and hate us.
I know.
But that was good. You did it better than him.
Thank you. So we come back from a break and a Sonic commercial. We get a lot of Sonic commercials here in Los Angeles. So
yeah, we do.
We don't have any Sonics here, just letting you know.
Sonic's like in the OC.
There's like one.
Yeah. Oh well.
That ain't LA.
No.
Sorry, guys. So back from break, Rhodes Bros, as I like to call them, and Mysterio versus the Wyatts, 6-man tag, I guess main event of hour 1. I wrote a lot of miscellaneous notes, you know, Goldust, Harper, and then going at it, then Rowan, and Cody sends Ray flying, and Ray's actually a lot of fun to watch in this particular match. Yeah. Eventually the 619 on Rowan, then chaos. That's when everything goes crazy.
Just chaos.
Bray Wyatt hits Goldust, his sister Abigail, and goodbye. All right, fellas, thoughts?
I really love the Wyatt family with when you said the chaos. They bring the chaos in these matches. Once it builds up to that excitement, Bray Wyatt does an amazing job. You're just like, he switches. Like once he gets in there, you're like, okay.
Yeah. The level definitely gets ratcheted up.
That's true.
I mean, they've gotten better with Harper and Rowan have gotten a lot better.
Yeah,
I mean, a lot
definitely.
better. They weren't ever bad. There's a little green, but then they were never bad. They had so much potential, but Bray just takes it to another level.
Yeah, he does.
All the time.
Yeah. I loved, like I said, I don't know where I heard it from, but I heard a quote this week where they said Bray Wyatt, wrestling does not deserve Bray Wyatt. He is meant for Hollywood.
Yeah.
And his character is meant for a horror movie.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, WWE Studios needs the option that like now.
Yeah.
And get that started.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will.
Yeah.
And then 5 other sequels after that.
I think it'd be interesting. I would watch a movie. I would like to see, you know, like the origin story of like how he became Bray Wyatt. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be awesome.
As soon as he's actually in the match, whenever it's Wyatt's versus whomever, it's usually just the other two who are great wrestlers. But as soon as we know that Bray's going to be there with his sister Abigail, we know that it's going to be a pretty darn good match.
Yeah. I mean, and Harper hit the huge boot on Rey Mysterio, which Ray just can take all those moves and it just looks like his body just crumbles every time he does that, and you're like, oh, come on, Ray. You're getting older now.
Yeah.
Don't do that, please.
You gotta stop taking these 360.
Yeah.
It's messed up because I said it. I said that Dolph needs to stop making people look so good so he can get a push. But at the same time, I mean, when you got guys at the level of Rey Mysterio selling like that, he made Harper look so good with that That boot was. I didn't even know it was a boot. Like I said,
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah.
clothes when I
So
first
fast.
saw it.
Yeah.
I went back and looked again. It was a boot. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And like I was saying in the room, I think it's smart that they are countering that move now because it makes sense. He's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
Now they know what's coming next.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like the Wyatts and the Usos too are really good at the like sneaky like tag out of nowhere, which I think is cool.
Are you saying the Usos are sneaky?
Yeah. No, I mean more like they get that like not sneaky
Explain
sneaky,
yourself.
but no, but more of, I like when, if one of them's jumping over the top rope, they'll tag the other guy in, just unique tags to get the other person into the match, or blind tags more.
Blind tags.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
better.
That's the word I wanted.
Yeah.
Like twin magic. No.
Yeah, no.
That only works with the Usos, though.
Yeah.
They would definitely
Or
work with
the
them.
Bellas?
I still can't tell them.
No, I can't work with the Bellas anymore.
No, the Bellas are quite different.
They are.
They are. Yes. All right. So
Somebody
after
say Nikki?
you did,
Yeah.
Oh, I did.
it's okay. You can say whoever you want, as long as I can say my man Bucks. So speaking.
Hashtag man box.
So Byron Sachs has Sheamus backstage, and Sheamus is talking about tonight there won't be an accident like he did last week with his bro kick.
To Christian. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he kicked Christian into a heel turn.
Yeah. But moving on from that, because we'll get to that later, we have Fandango and Summer Rae in the ring, and then we have Emma and Santino coming in as well. And Renee's in the ring as well.
Yep.
And she announces that there's going to be a dance-off, Summer Rae versus Emma. We've seen this before with a much smaller crowd. So usually on NXT, it's a lot more, I guess, the crowd's more excited about this dance-off. I don't know how they did so well with this audience particularly, but they tried it.
Well, they tried it. What?
Two weeks ago on Raw, they had it, and
Yeah.
when Emma
Emma's
first came in.
introduction.
But they keep doing it.
Yeah, well, because now they're going to get like they're gonna get Emma over. However, they got to do it. They're gonna figure out a way to get Emma over. And like you said, in NXT, you got like 100, 200 people there. It's a small, intimate crowd. It works. When you got an audience of 15,000 plus, it gets a little bit different. But the first time, I mean, that entire segment fell on its face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Tonight wasn't as bad. Like, tonight was actually pretty cool. Emma got over. People started doing her little goofy dance. That thing was cool. So even I'm starting to like that dance. I'm ashamed
Now?
to say. Yeah, I don't.
I liked it when she was doing NXT. It was
Yeah.
great.
It's
That means they're
just
doing their
weird.
job. They're doing their job.
Yeah.
You're starting to like it now.
And I think it's cute that Santino's backing her up. He's even doing the
Yeah.
dance
Yeah.
in the back as well. And of course, Emma is the winner. I don't know if that's rigged or not. I'm just kind of curious if there's like a... I don't know anything. But any thoughts on this quote-unquote dance-off match?
I thought it was funny at the end where Santino, he put the Cobra on, and then he kept like,
Oh,
the Cobra
yeah.
kept coming up like, and it was like the Cobra was getting excited, and then she wanted to try to keep touching it and kept putting it behind his back.
He hit it behind his
Yeah.
back. And then he tried to sneak another kiss.
Yeah, he did. He did.
For a quick second. He went for it and she wasn't looking.
That's so cute.
It seems like Santino.
Santonio?
Santino seems to be like the master of these dance offs. I mean, he started with Kali, and then he just keeps running the show.
Kali. I don't know if anything with Kali is considered a dance-off, but...
Hey, he moves his hips, I guess. So.
The same thing can be said about Emma. But
That's true.
Emma's cute.
Yeah.
She does it in such a cute way.
Kali's cute. I'm just
I'd
saying.
rather watch Emma
See
than
this-
Kali.
Yeah, I'm going to look at Emma. Yeah.
Well, speaking
Definitely.
of NXT and Emma moving forward, we also got Alexander Rusev moving up as well with his little brief promo. What are your thoughts, real quick, about his soon-to-be-announced match? Officially, very soon.
Tom, you take
Okay.
that one.
I mean, it's one of those. They have a lot of guys that are like him. They have like Ryback. They have, they got these guys that are supposed to be monsters. They bring them up. They destroy guys for a couple months, and then we never hear from them.
Yeah.
Or they get in a tag team, and then they're kind of gone. I mean, I hope it's something different with him. If they can do, figure out a different angle to bring him in under. Mm-hmm. I mean, I thought he was good in the Rumble. I thought he was impressive there. He's good in NXT. When I watch NXT, he's good down there. So I mean, hopefully they can do something a little different with him.
Yeah.
And if they're going to do something different, they got to feed him somebody who's actually decent and good.
Who do you think would be a good fit?
Oh, good question. Cesaro.
I like that answer.
Yeah, let's put it this way, because we've been doing this professionally, I guess, commentating on professional wrestling for some time now. But you're more of a fan. You've watched this for a lot of years. You've seen this gimmick come in before of the foreign big monster. How do you think they should portray him going forward?
I think they should just portray him as a monster, just like come in and destroy, but like not with people we've never seen before. Just start off with people that are people who are actually worth talking about defeating.
Do you think he's doing a good job? They're doing a good job with him currently?
Too many promos.
Too many?
Too many promos.
Yeah, I agree. Because I'm ready to see him.
Yeah.
I don't watch NXT. So when he came out at the Rumble, I was like, oh, who's this guy? Yeah, I've heard about him. I just don't know who he is. I love the fact that he's got the girl with him who apparently knows a lot of people that we know.
It's funny because I have it feels a little slightly like a rendition of when Cesaro was coming out with Oksana at the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like that?
Wow, I forgot it was Oksana.
That was,
Yeah.
I mean, it does kind of feel like that, but I think that, I mean, I like that she, does the talking for him. It kind of makes sense. It's that, she's gonna start something. He's gonna finish it.
Finish it because, and then she's got that business like look.
Yeah.
To her. Yeah, it's kind of like I don't want to say the sexy Miss Hancock because she's nowhere like she's not doing the Miss Hancock. She's nowhere near that gimmick. But she's still got her own like diehard female villain type look to her, and I love that. I'm just waiting to see him in the ring, and he'll probably continue to beat people until John Cena beats him.
Well, because they did the same thing with Brodus Clay when they kept hyping Brodus Clay, and then all of a sudden he came out dancing.
And then they did it with
Hey, he's a main event player, okay?
You watch your mouth.
But we haven't seen him on main event lately, so I mean,
His dinosaur suit's in the dry cleaner right now.
The same thing they did with Tensai. Ironically, ended up dancing. Well, so look out if he comes out in the Russian hat and the Russian boots, goose stepping in a few years.
Let's say how many. Let's see how many months it'll be until
before he's dancing.
I don't see him dancing though.
I
But
hope he doesn't dance.
Well, guys, before we go any further, just want to tell our viewers to stop over to where, Rome?
iTunes, where they can leave us 5-star ratings.
And see, that's how you do it, Rosie.
Yep,
That kind of
called the segue.
That's a tag team segue right there.
We work together. But yeah, going over to iTunes, guys, where you can download the show, download many shows that AfterBuzz does. If you like a television show, we probably cover it. So go over to iTunes, check us out. You can download our show, leave us comments, let us know what you think, and please give us a 5-star rating because we always covet that because we are whoremongers. Yes, we like fame.
Yeah, it gets us excited when we see 5 stars. 5 stars, yay! Excellent. And we do keep the conversation going. We do check the comments and we respond when we can. So thank you guys and continue to watch our shows. Many shows here on AfterBuzz.
Rosie is jealous right now.
Ooh, I'm sure. Well, it's his birthday next week, so we'll be nice to him next week.
Nice.
We'll let him segue smoothly.
Yeah.
Maybe. All right, so the next match we have Ziggler, and first we see Ziggler in the ring, and then we see Darren on commentary, and we know, okay, so Titus is coming out. And we also know that this match is not about Ziggler.
No.
Poor Ziggler. Poor Ziggler.
but it becomes about him later.
Not really.
I guess.
Debatable. For some reason, I wrote, I got to see Titus bum. I don't know why that's in my notes, but
you
it
wrote
was.
that in your notes.
I did. He gives the ref his whistle, and they are off. And
I'm so happy he came back out with the whistle.
Yes.
I said that last week. He better show up with the whistle.
And the whistle plays a very important role in this particular match because Darren interferes with Titus's whistle. Why that sounds so weird. Okay.
Darren interferes with Titus's whistle. Yes,
Sounds weird,
that's
but
exactly.
it is what happened.
Especially when you think
Distraction
about
with
the
it.
shape
Nah,
of
that's
a
not gonna
whistle. When
So,
and then he
yes.
blew the whistle.
And he blew the whistle, interrupting the match, helping Dolph get the victory. You guys, I just gotta say that the PTP split is one of my favorite storylines right now. I'm really enjoying their rivalry and how much they detest each other. And I think both of them are doing really well in portraying this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I like the split too. It's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time.
We were just hoping. We've said we were big like primetime players fans here. We wanted them to get a push, but if they weren't going to get the push that we wanted them to have, then it's like, okay, this is the next best thing. If you're going to split them up, Titus is going to be the monster. Darren is obviously now going to be the super baby face. We're going to find out, what happens, but it's going to be interesting this weekend. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
I can't believe that they actually, on a good note, gave Dolph the victory
Yeah.
in this match.
The roll up.
quick roll.
Yes, but that was more just to emphasize how
Darren,
distracted him to
exactly.
so Ziggler could win. I mean, I was glad Ziggler won. I after the match with Del Rio, was it 2 weeks when we were at Raw? That was like 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Of Ziggler just
Ziggler
losing. It's like, okay, come on, like, can you just please push this guy? Like,
you're killing.
Yeah.
it.
We still have hope for Ziggler, do we?
I do.
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
we have to.
He's the show off.
He's
Yeah.
if they can put him in the right angle with the right guy, he can take off.
The thing that frustrates me about Ziggler is that he was there. He
Yes.
was
Yeah, he was.
Yes,
there.
Yes,
he got
he was.
screwed
Yeah.
out of
He did.
that. He really did.
I mean, just he got a concussion. And granted, the WWE is very, very, they watch concussions just like the NFL.
yeah,
But at the same time, he hasn't gotten anything big since that, and we missed it. We missed it.
I almost feel the same way, not to that intensity with Sandow as well. I feel
Yeah.
like he had that
Sandow.
heat.
He got even worse.
And then he had the worst cash-in in history.
Yeah. Sorry, Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like that one. You're
Sorry.
like Sandow. He beats the crap out of the guy with a chair for 15 minutes. And then you're like, don't take it that far. He doesn't have to take it that. Like, he took it that far because he wanted to win. I get why.
Yeah.
But to take it that far and then have him come up short, you're like, but he just threw him into the stat. Like, you just beat a guy down. I know it's John Cena, but come on now.
With one arm.
Yes, exactly. With one arm, he beat him.
And, well, we did get a nice new shiny briefcase out of it.
Yes.
Brown one.
His briefcase was the
Upgrade.
best one.
Yeah,
Best
it was.
briefcase
That was
they've
the
had.
the nicest briefcase.
Yes.
I was happy to see, that push for him happening because I was actually, he probably doesn't remember me from back then because this was 2003, 2004, when I think it was 2004, when I was in OVW. When I first showed up there, he was one of the upper guys, and I obviously had to work my way up, start with the amateur class and all of that, but he was one of the guys. Him, Nova, Beast was there, who would later become Shad Gaspard in Crime Time. A lot of those guys were there. I can't even, if I forget, if you're watching this and I forget your name, I'm sorry, because so much talent who came through Louisville at that time. But he was one of the nicer guys, like Mike Mondo. Nikki wasn't there yet, which would later go and become Dolph Ziggler. But yeah, like but Mikey was there. But a lot of he was good, like you could tell, and he had so much passion for the business, and he kept pushing himself to get better, and I got stories that I will not tell on the air about that I've heard from friends and stuff. And, I just want to see him, get more because he's capable of carrying a lot more than they've given him right now. So
well, that goes a lot with a lot of the superstars.
I feel like there's so many that everyone is just pushing for.
Yeah,
and you're like, there's time, but they just don't give it the time that they need. They need to.
Yep.
Gotta hit it.
Well, speaking of time, I don't know. I was trying to segue, and that was a terrible segue. All right, so basically,
No, that was good. That was good. I get it. I get where you're going with this.
seeing Tom McCall, the best. So we got Usos versus the New Age Outlaws. I love the Usos entry, and the more they do their entry, the more they're having more and more fun each and every time. I really think they're really enjoying themselves. But
they are.
Yeah,
They are, yeah.
It's not a very long match. I wrote kick and clean win. That's what I wrote.
Oh yeah, that was Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy got the win.
Uso versus the Road Dogg. Yeah. That was a nice finish.
Yeah, I did like the finish, the quick kick out of nowhere.
The pump handle slam, float over into the super kick. Yeah, that's great, quick. Take care of business, clean up, and let's get out of here.
Yep.
See you on Sunday.
What do you think of the match?
I think the New Age Outlaws are just trying to ride this wave and just have fun with it.
Yes,
They're just
that's
like,
true.
whatever happens, happens. They're just...
Have you ever met Kip and Brian? That's exactly
Oh,
what
they're
they're doing.
They're definitely fun to watch. So
Those guys have fun with their job, and I do not blame them.
who would have thought that they would be tag team champions in 2014?
I don't think
didn't
you
think
could not have, you couldn't have predicted that ever.
At all.
If you would have told me, when I was watching them in 2000 or 99, whenever that was, you're like, 14 years from now they're gonna win the belts. I'd be like, you're kidding me. I'd be like, yeah, okay, sure, all right.
I wouldn't have guessed it. I wouldn't have guessed it. Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed it at all. Roll Tide to Brian, aka Road Dogg. Yeah.
All right, so we are going to enter the main event. So there's Sheamus and commercial break. I keep writing commercial break because there was actually a lot of commercial breaks.
Yeah, they had a lot of commercials today.
For some reason. So Christian and Brian go at it for a while before another break, and then there's a match. And I wrote Tom likes a part. There was a part you liked. Do you want to talk about it, or do you not remember?
Tom doesn't remember what the part
I like the part I liked was when Sheamus went to do his the club.
The club?
Yeah. And Christian was able to get out of it and got away from it. I like that part because most of the time once you see him start to try it, he gets it on and
and that's it.
Yeah, he starts clubbing away.
And I also wrote that towards the end it gets better.
Yeah.
I think
The main event got better as it went. I didn't write many notes for it because when I first saw it, I almost had Elimination Chamber fatigue. Like I'm tired of seeing all the guys in the chamber wrestling each other.
Yeah.
And now I want to see them in the chamber.
Yeah. Well, soon enough, soon enough.
So, but I did write that Christian is the most muscular, skinny guy in wrestling.
And let's note that Sheamus won with the white noise.
Yeah, that was
out
shocking.
of nowhere.
Yeah.
Well, not out of nowhere, but we haven't seen him win with white noise in.
Have we ever?
No.
Yeah, wow,
Maybe he's scared of the bro
point.
kick since he messed up last
Well,
week.
since he kicked him into a heel turn, he's had to kick him again, and he'll be a diva next time. So you never know.
So there was no accidental bro kick or purposeful bro kick.
Yeah, like you said, there was gonna be.
He said,
He's like, I ain't doing that move at all. I'll just do the white noise. And after that, Christian attacks him, and then we probably know it's a dark match. Well, unfortunately, we're not there to see it.
Yeah. They probably went to dark with that, with Sheamus celebrating on the ropes. And Christian comes from behind with the hit. And show's over.
Yeah.
Credits roll for us. We don't know what else happened after that. Please, if you watch us and you were at that show, get on YouTube or get on iTunes and tell us what happened after that, because we are curious and we haven't read the spoilers.
That's very true. We are quite curious. So, match of the night, guys.
I'd say the first two matches. The last one was good.
You can't pick two.
Okay, I will pick the
Technically,
Cesaro
I know what you're doing.
Daniel Bryan match. That's what I will pick.
Pick between those two.
Yeah.
I'm on Team Tom the Calm.
Of course.
Well, no, it was just a really good match. A lot of moves.
I'm just to be different. I kind of want to say, the Wyatts, but I gotta go with Cesaro.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I liked the Wyatts and the Rhodes and all them. That was a good match, but Daniel Bryan and Cesaro was a good one.
My kind of man table right now. I'm very happy.
A lot of rooster strength.
But the last match too, though, it was definitely showing Christian's mean side, or him getting frustrated coming out in this match of
his aggression is climbing.
I do think that him turning into a heel would make him a lot more entertaining to watch. He's
Well,
Yeah.
the best run Christian had was, well, I don't want to call it the best run, but the most popular moment of his career was when they would do the 7-second pose downs.
Yeah,
When it was him and Edge,
But when he was by himself and he had that like Christian, that with the like,
I loved that.
he was so because he was just that cocky guy. That was
he
like
was cocky at that super theme. Yeah, I miss that Christian. That's my favorite version.
That might
of
be
Christian.
coming back a little bit.
might, yeah.
I see a little hint of it.
I want it to come back with like the music.
Make
Yeah.
Rome's wish come true. It's John Cena, make a wish. Okay.
yeah, with like the what was like just like.
It was the
Like,
sparks.
the sparks like falling
from
down.
the top.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was my favorite version of Christian because that was when he literally let everyone know I don't need Edge. You know, I can do this. You know, I can hold my own, and he did.
yeah.
So
Then he left and came back with a bunch of one more matches.
Yeah, he needs like to have like a last match. Like I mean, I
Well,
want one
you know,
last match, like or something like that. Like you're
Yeah.
someone
he keeps
she
having one last
He
match.
keeps- yeah.
he keeps getting no shots, but
So before we get to predictions, there
No
were-
prediction chat.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I said.
Just making sure.
Are you
Just
not
making
listening
sure.
to me?
Just making sure.
All right, so other bookend, listen to me, all right, everyone. Before we get to the predictions, there's a lot of news stuff that we kind of want to just drop off.
Yeah.
First of all, Hulk Hogan is going to be on Raw, as well as he's going to be hosting WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
that
Yep.
should be cool.
Yep.
I mean,
There it is. Took a minute.
Nice.
Yep, there we go. Thank you, Phil.
WWE Network is coming this Monday. I'm sure you guys know with all the commercials.
What's coming Monday?
yeah, I'm not working for the next like
Yeah.
Time's
7
not working
years.
for the next forever. Yeah.
And a huge loss. Big Daddy V passed away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we want to talk about that. All right,
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah. King of the Ring, King Mabel, Men on a Mission.
oh man,
Oh man.
WrestleMania 10.
Yeah. Oh man. I've seen him live. I didn't have the pleasure of meeting him after I became a worker, but I know a lot of guys who knew him. I've never heard anybody say anything bad about Nelson. Nelson Frazier he's got the reputation of being one of the nicer people in the business, if not one of the nicest. I've heard that about Bobby Eaton as well, but to hear that so much, and it was echoing off the walls of the wrestling universe this week.
Yeah, all over Twitter.
Yeah.
Everyone seemed like they said it had some good story about him.
Yeah.
I remember him when all the stuff he did with Lillian. Oh, that was always funny and always like entertaining. So, yeah,
He was a big part of the Attitude Era. Yeah.
Especially as Viscera. I liked his matches with The Undertaker.
Yeah.
That was great. And then, I mean, it was sad because it was so all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's the big
Yeah.
thing.
And it was like, whoa, him?
It was almost like, no,
Yeah.
wait, they're going to say just kidding or something.
I was hoping that it was bull when I
Yeah.
first heard it. I was hoping it was bull, or internet hoax, but turns out it was true. According to his wife, TMZ reported today or yesterday in an interview, he had just lost 100 pounds.
Oh wow.
He was trying to get in shape to get his diabetes under control because his doctor told him his weight was starting to get his diabetes out of control. So he cut all the sugar out of his diet. He cut all the salt out of his diet. And even though he lost 100 pounds, it was too much, and it was also too little, too late. Yeah. So I mean, he lost a lot of weight, but still, I don't know if his heart couldn't take the rapid change or if it was just so much damage over the years, because I mean, he was always a big guy.
Yeah.
That's what got him his job. So
Yeah, well, thank you so much for all the years of wrestling that you gave us. And rest in peace.
rest in peace, Big Daddy V.
Yeah.
Another news note, I hate that segue, it's so awkward, is that Nathaniel mentioned that Mysterio's contract
Yes.
is, go ahead.
Oh, there's reports that saying that Mysterio's contract is about to expire and he doesn't know where to go from here. Like, because he's been in the industry, he's been through WCW, WWF at the time, WWE, and he's had his run. And he's like, as soon as my contract's over, it might be it for me, guys.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
Because
I could see him becoming like a commentator or something like that, like being at the Spanish announce
Right.
tape or something.
Ah.
I mean, I don't see him really going away. I could obviously not working in the ring because he's always.
Yeah.
I feel like every year he's out for at least 6 months because he had a surgery or something just from his body being beat down for so many years. But I don't see him actually just disappearing and, like, you know, riding off into the sunset. I definitely see him being around more.
Like
still.
Ricardo?
Oh, he can take his job at the announcer's table then.
No, Ricardo's a friend.
I know. I like Ricardo. I do like Ricardo.
I do like
Yeah.
Ricardo as well.
He's a great
Well,
wrestler
he can
too.
Mysterio can take one of the other guys' spots. So Mysterio, Ricardo, and one of the other guys.
And while we're talking about people taking spots, there's been a lot of talk this week. Well, actually over the past 2 weeks about Mount Rushmores. LeBron James started all of this by giving his Mount Rushmore of basketball and of the NBA. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do our Mount Rushmore of wrestling.
Okay.
Yes. And this is a lot harder than I thought.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
It's very...
As I thought about it, I was like, this is... I know what I think theirs would be if WWE made one. This is who I just thought. I think it'd be Bruno Sammartino, Hulk Hogan, Austin, Cena.
Okay. All right.
Safe one.
I get that's
you.
what I think theirs would be.
'Cause
Mine would
there's
be
no
different than that.
Right,
Yeah.
wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
Nathaniel.
Mine would be, I thought about this a lot. Goldberg, Kurt Angle, Stone Cold, and Undertaker.
Ooh, you
Okay.
put Goldberg on your Mount Rushmore?
Yeah.
They're gonna kill you.
You look angry.
They're gonna kill you in the comments. I'll let them do it. I won't. Kaori, you go ahead.
Why? Okay, drum roll for mine. No,
Drum roll.
Cesaro.
No.
Cesaro.
I would. Okay, I would definitely pick Hulk Hogan. Definitely Macho Man. How could you guys not even mention him? That's as hard. So.
There it is.
I would get Cesaro for sure, and The Rock.
That's very close to mine. After much deliberation on this, Hulk Hogan, because we wouldn't be here without Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
He built the 80s. Macho Man, because he helped him, and he's one of the best. And he needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, because there's no way.
I forgot. Like, there's so many people I'm forgetting about. You guys are saying names.
You cannot discount what Ric Flair did in the NWA and WCW and the WWF and the WWE. I got no words for Ric Flair. He's that great. And finally, my last spot, which was the hardest one to fill, it's between. I had a lot of names up there. I had Stone Cold.
It's hard. It's hard.
It was a lot of people, but I have to go with Dwayne Johnson. I gotta put
Nice.
The Rock up there because he took what Hulk Hogan did and took it to a way bigger level and became a global megastar with Hollywood and wrestling combined, and he's done so much for the industry. So that's my personal Mount Rushmore. And everybody, we want you to give us your personal Mount Rushmores in our YouTube comments, on our iTunes comments. Let us know, and please, you're going to have just as hard a time as we had. So have fun with it.
And for the record, I put Cesaro in there because I'm a huge supporter of him, but I don't think he's there yet.
Gotcha.
But
You've already chiseled him up in stone.
yeah,
He's hard as a rock for you.
Real quick, guys.
That was too easy.
Who would be your diva ever? Best? What's one diva? Because we got to give them some props.
Yeah.
Ever?
I mean,
Yes, just one.
do you
First
guys
thought.
have one?
First thought.
First thought, I'd say Lita.
I say Trish.
See,
Lita.
It's
Lita.
I know it's kind of great. I would say Sensational Sherry, even though she wasn't really.
You know what? Nah, forget
Miss
that.
Elizabeth.
I'm with you.
Thank you.
I'm with you. I have to, because I trained with that woman.
Yeah.
I've seen her in the ring and out of the ring. I miss her, but yeah. Sherry was a beast. Sherry was a beast. Even though the WWE didn't have prototypical divas at the time. Yeah, that Sherry's a legend.
She paved the way.
Yeah.
She really did.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was awesome. All right, you guys.
Is it time?
Also, viewers, let us know who your favorite diva was of all time.
Yes, please.
All right, it is time for predictions.
And now,
With
your
our-
AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Mario Kart ghost level sound. Nice. We got DJ Phil on the house. Okay. All right,
Is
so
he a Yabba Dabba Doo? Is that what he says?
It's like Yapadu or something. I don't know.
I do have Christian Rosenberg's predictions, as long as my effort to make his voice when the time comes. But let's start with the pre-show. We have Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus Rybaxel.
I say Rhodes family. I'll just go over, yeah.
I just don't want to answer.
Rhodes.
Rhodes is his.
And I also choose Rhodes. However, our Ghost Warrior here says Rybaxel.
Yep, because it's got to be different.
He's got to be cute.
Wants to make it look like he's smarter than everyone.
He wants that belt.
He does. He wants it so bad that he's thinking so hard about it. All right, so next one. Darren Young versus Titus.
I say Titus on this one.
I say Titus as well.
I'm giving it to Titus.
I could see how Darren could win in a super swerve, but I'm going with Titus.
Yeah. And then you definitely think Titus is full on heel and Darren is going full on face, right?
Yeah. Easy.
And Rosenberg also says Titus, so he was not different there.
Omega Sci-Fi now.
Do it. I like it.
What? Okay, that is not how it's done. They're Omega Sci-Fi members across the country. It's a fraternity. Black fraternity. Omega Sci-Fi Incorporated.
So next match we're going to talk about is for the tag team title. New Age Outlaws versus the Usos. This one's a little hard for me because I'm thinking about WrestleMania and what's going to happen there. But you guys go ahead.
I'm going to say Outlaws on this one. I just feel like they, like, I know what you're going to say. I'll wait till you say it, and then I'll agree. I just agree with what Roman's going to say. I say Outlaws on this.
I'm going to say I'm going to give it to the Usos.
Okay.
Nate Flicks.
Yeah.
That's his Twitter handle. I gave it out prematurely. Yeah.
It's tough.
I want the Usos to have a WrestleMania moment.
Yeah.
I think that's where it needs to happen.
Yep.
They deserve it there. So I'm going Outlaws.
I actually also am going Outlaws. And our boy picked Usos in parentheses, although most likely by DQ.
Yeah. He just wants to. Is he still like crying about the roads not breaking up yet?
So
they're supposed to have a dream match at WrestleMania.
And it's funny, whenever he gets a prediction really well, he's just so excited about it.
Yeah, he comes in smiling all week.
I told you guys. All right, next one is for the Intercontinental title match. Okay, so we have Big E versus Jack Swagger. I will go first.
Okay.
I kind of want Swagger to win, even though I really like Big E. But I mean, yes, but I do think it's gonna be Big E for the win.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind a Swagger one. I think it'd be different. I mean, but I do think they're pushing Big E so much. He's gonna get the win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Big E's push is so big, you can't ignore this.
Yeah.
He's gonna win. Jack Swagger's gonna get mad, and Zeb Coulter's gonna get mad at Jack Swagger.
Yeah, I think this is more of a the way I'm seeing it is Big E's gonna win, Jack Swagger is gonna lose, and that's gonna cause an even bigger rift and a split for the Real Americans.
And you know what would make a bigger split for the Real Americans?
What?
Swagger winning and Cesaro losing at the Chamber.
I didn't even think about that.
Don't go that way.
That could happen.
So you're going Swagger?
I haven't said that yet.
Who's your pick?
My pick, strangely enough, is Big E. Because I don't think they're going to put the title on Swagger, even though the build-up for this match has been so weird.
Yeah.
Big E's almost looked like the heel at times, and they haven't. The build-up's been more for Swagger than it's been for Big E. But because I can't see one member of the tag team holding the Intercontinental title and them feuding, although
the Shield member has the U.S. title.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna. We already know what's gonna happen with that, and I'll talk about that in my pick. But I'm gonna go with Big E right now.
Okay, and honestly, Big he's holding it decently, the IC title right now.
Well,
so.
they just don't. He doesn't defend it enough. Like that's my biggest problem with all of it.
The U.S. belt too.
You have the belt. and you put him on a main event or you put him on a Raw, and you know he's going against 3MB. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like he went against who was it? Jinder and Drew. Why? If you're Big E and you have this belt and you're supposed to be champion, you want to prove to Jack Swagger that you can beat him. You say, "Oh, hey, you know what? How about you guys? I'm going against you. I'll put the title on the line. If one of you guys pin me, you get it. But yet you beat both of them, and you still look way stronger as the champion.
Exactly.
So.
I think they're traumatized by what happened with Axel.
Yeah.
They're like, what? That didn't work, so let's try something else.
Yeah.
Our boy did pick Swagger, so he's different from the rest of the table. And he does
I'm not mad at him.
Don't be.
It's a good pick.
Took it for the team. Hopefully,
somebody needs to pick him because I got a feeling he could win. I'm just being safe.
Yeah.
We also got a Batista versus Alberto Del Rio match.
Do we have the same time this one?
Yeah.
But
Del Rio.
No.
I'm definitely thinking Batista on that.
And our boy says, I feel like I shouldn't even have to answer this one. Ellipses Batista. All right.
Wait, no, he picked Del Rio. No.
Let's just change it right now. He said Del Rio. No, he
magic.
But then we have the Shield versus the Wyatt family, which everyone is guessing and assuming that this is going to be the show stealer this Sunday.
Match of the night.
Yeah.
This is tough, guys. I am not sure.
I'm very sure.
Yeah, me too. I say Wyatt's.
Okay.
You know.
This is going to be the Wyatts.
Oh.
Thank you.
My captors are here again.
This will be the Wyatts all day, babies. Why? Why, you ask, peoples? I tell you why. Because there is dissension in the ranks of the Shield. Roman Reigns is on the rise, babies. He's on the rise, I tell you. And that Ambrose don't like him. He remind me of Tully Blanchard. He don't like him. So I'm going with the Wyatts. Father the brothers.
All right.
Thank you, Bray.
Ray Rhodes. Ray Rhodes.
Yeah.
I'm definitely following the buzzers on this one. Going with Wyatt's. Build up is awesome between both teams, factions, but Wyatt's it is.
See, I'm torn because I want the Shield to win, but I'm pretty certain the Wyatts are going to win, and it's like you said in your voice, I guess, that it's going to cause that bigger rift. And Rosie also says Wyatt's win when Ambrose turns on Reigns and Wyatt pins Reigns.
See, he could have just said Wyatt's win.
No. Oh, wait,
well, if we're saying who's getting pinned, I say Seth Rollins is the one that gets pinned because he's trying to break those two up and he gets caught, and that's where then he gets mad because he's been that in the mother figure of the group being like, it's okay guys, we're good, let's get everyone's fine.
That's even cuter than his. I like it.
Just to go back while we got a couple of minutes for me to do it, someone in the chat roll, I'm trying to roll back to it because I just saw it, Lupio, I guess.
Lupio.
Yeah,
Sloth.
Lupio. Yeah, he's saying Lesnar returns and destroys Batista.
We were talking about that.
Talked about
that.
Because he will be in the building.
Yeah.
Yes. And I like Brock Lesnar.
And there's got to be something to that. Something else has to happen after that match. You can't just have him beat Del Rio and be like, okay.
I want him to rip the door off the chamber and destroy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once he comes in, we're like, oh, we know what's happening.
There it is.
I like that music.
And it would be a good ending if it ended with nobody winning that match, the chamber match or something. It just,
all hell.
What if him and Batista come in and
so
destroy everyone? So you would be okay
if no one wins this?
Or no retain.
Because everybody's eyes are on WrestleMania. We want to know what's going to happen with Orton, Batista, Brock's involved, Daniel Bryan.
Exactly.
Hopefully people want to be involved. We'll find out.
So let's talk about the chamber match and our predictions. Christian gets kind of cute with it, so we can be cute too. But Randy Orton versus John Cena versus Sheamus versus Daniel Bryan versus Christian, and then Cesaro.
Okay. I predict John Cena's the first one out of the chamber. I think he won't even make it into the chamber. I think Bray attacks him before he even gets in.
Whoa, that's a bold
Right?
one.
Oh,
that's bold.
Because
You went there.
why even have him in if you know he's not going to win? Let's just not even get him in there, or get him out there, get them in there, attack him, get him out of there first. And then I say Orton wins. It's like Cesaro, Orton, Bryan at the end.
I like your thinking, Tom.
Okay.
That changes things.
Daniel.
Yeah, I see it being a fight between only like 3 people. Orton, Cesaro, Bryan. If Cena makes it in Cena. But I call Orton.
Yes.
Orton winning it. Another screw job by authority or something.
Okay.
Orton wins, but Brock's involved in some way, shape, form, or fashion. He destroys whoever it is that allows Orton to win. And the next night on Raw, he comes out and he destroys people again. Paul Heyman comes out and cuts an epic promo, and then the lights drop.
My client.
And you hear the bell toll. The bell will toll for someone, and if you've been watching wrestling long enough,
I like it.
There you go.
It's almost like a Sin
I'm
Cara
getting chills.
match.
It's getting colder in here,
Got cold.
guys.
The Sin Cara main event match right now. But
Monday night, I'm calling it.
you guys all get extra points the closer you are with your cute matches. Rosie, I might have to say all of this. First 2 in the chamber will be Bryan and Sheamus. Cesaro will enter the chamber last. Wyatt will be involved in Cena's elimination. Since they've been talking about how the number 5 entrant has won the most chambers, that entrant will not win this year's. So the 5th one will not win this year's, according to his. Final 2 will be Orton and Bryan, and Orton will win.
Everyone, please go to see Rosie VOC and make epic fun of him for being that detailed. He could have just called in if you wanted to do all of that.
I think this probably took him a couple hours to make his final decision as well. And because he took all the time, I will just say Orton for the win.
But it's good. He wants to know, we all came up with our little predictions, so it works out. It's fun.
Oh, that's pretty good.
The pose.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So that about wraps up our show until Sunday, and some of us will be here. Well, all of us will be here watching, but some of us will be here for you guys. So check it out and join the after show. In the meantime, everybody, what are you guys up to, and where can we follow you?
Nate. You can find me on Twitter at NateFlix, and on Facebook, Nathanael Feliciano. Nathanael with an A, not an I. People get that mixed up.
All right.
And his is like N8 Flix.
And the number 8 and FLIX.
You know where you can find me? Rome the Ruler on Twitter as always. Look me up. Join the army.
Okay. All right.
You can find me on Twitter at TomTheCom. And I just joined IG today.
Yeah, IG.
Oh, yeah.
IG.
At TomTheCom too.
That's the gram, baby.
Check it out there
IG.
too.
Ron knows way too much about that. You can follow Christian at CRosieVOC, and you can follow me at Kaorius, KAORIOUS, and you can follow the whole AfterBuzz team at AfterBuzz TV, and we will catch you guys next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Cesaro for the win.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.